He's one of the most storied coaches in the history of the NFL, leading Tom Brady and the New England Patriots to 6 Super Bowl wins.
Run out of time.
Bill Belichick, famous for his football genius and his gruff demeanor, on display at this press conference from 2016.
I could just Xerox you a copy of the game plan. You can send it over to Kansas City if you can. I mean, it might be easier for all of us.
But now the 73-year-old football coach making headlines off the field for his girlfriend, 24-year-old Jordan Hudson. And it's not just their nearly 50-year age difference that fans are finding questionable. During an interview with CBS Sunday Morning to promote his book, the coach saying he doesn't care what people think.
Never been too worried about what everybody else thinks.
But it was this moment from the interview that went viral.
How did you guys meet?
Not talking about this.
No?
No.
And setting the sports media world ablaze.
She would stop and interrupt Bill Belichick.
Jim Rome asking on his show if Belichick is okay.
Or are you still in control? Are you in control of your business? Are you in control of your personal life? Are you calling your own shots? What exactly is going on with Bill Belichick and his 24-year-old squeeze?
Stephen A. Smith weighing in.
We certainly don't want to see someone with you telling folks we're not answering those questions.
Today, Belichick, who's now head coach at the University of North Carolina, releasing a statement saying he told his publisher that any promotional interviews I participated in would agree to focus solely on the contents of the book, and that he was surprised when unrelated topics were introduced, adding his girlfriend was simply doing her job to ensure the interview stayed on track, and the segment used selectively edited clips to suggest a false narrative. CBS responding with a statement of their own, saying they agreed to a wide-ranging interview with Belichick, and there were no preconditions or limitations to this conversation. Belichick's relationship with his much younger girlfriend and how they met has been a source of intrigue.
Wait, so is this story of them meeting on a plane actually a complete hoax?
The two have said in the past they first met on an airplane in 2021. After the interview, Hudson resharing this old post on her Instagram story. The caption, "Happy Meet-iversary, Bill Belichick," showing a video of a textbook she says the coach autographed for her that day, signing, "Thanks for giving me a course on logic. Safe travels." Hudson has unveiled a different side of Belichick on her Instagram page, including this video, which Belichick was asked about during the Sunday morning interview.
Yeah, so I'm on some of those social media platforms, but I honestly don't follow them.
Jordan has been spotted repeatedly alongside Belichick, including at UNC football practices.
This woman, Jordan, is like on the field during practices with the Tar Heels.
It's her world, and Bill is just living in it.
And the legendary coach, famous for saying as little as possible as the entire sports world talking.
What's up, y'all? Smash that like button and subscribe to this channel. We're about to get into it right now. Man, Bill Belichick is robbing the cradle, man. This man is dating a woman 24 years of age, y'all. I mean, talk about some player tactics. I don't know what's going on these days, man. But, you know, I'm 100% on board with anybody being with whatever age group, you know, of adults that they choose to be with. I have no problem with that. In fact, I think it's better for women to choose men more mature than them. I think it works out a little bit better in their favor. And I think men enjoy being able to lead their woman, so they benefit from having a much younger woman in most cases. However, it's rare when you see almost a century of distance between, you know, partners. So I will say Bill Belichick seems to be happy. The young lady seems to be, you know, doing right by him to a degree. I do think he may be slipping, though, because it seems like she runs a lot of his stuff. She's come in and taken over. I mean, how do you work almost a century of your life to build something and then somebody come in and just, you know, get access to it? I don't like that. But anyway, needless to say, Bill seems to be okay with this. Everybody's freaking out. I personally just think it's weird. For the average woman, their beauty is their asset. That's what makes them, that's their strength. That's their marketability. That also makes women potentially dangerous. And I think people see that and they concern themselves with, you know, what a woman's motives might be, what a woman's motives are. Because, I mean, when a woman comes in and she sizes a man up and she sees this man has all kinds of wealth and power and all of that there, and she may see her beauty as, you know, an equal trade. And in a scenario like that, a woman will latch on to a man and you know the rest. At the end of the day, Bill looks happy. The young lady looks happy. It's a vicious game, you know. So at the end of the day, I mean, you know, if she takes him for all his money, that'll be, you know, it'll be no surprise. But at least it doesn't look like, you know, the Shannon Sharp situation where she has to convince him to, you know, do some harm to her to get paid. At least looks like to me she's just gonna get paid for making him happy. And, you know, I mean, how can you be mad? You know, when you go to the car lot looking for a used car so you can save money, and then the salesman takes you to all the new cars and tells you your credit is good enough and he can get you a good deal on this car, you know, you might walk out with a new car and nobody's really mad. And then you show it off and all your friends are like, dang, that's your new car? You're like, yeah, man, you know, I really wasn't looking for a new car. I was looking for a used car. But, you know, the salesman told me my payments would be pretty much the same. Hint, hint, wink, wink. So, you know, at the end of the day, ride out, big dog. But yeah, Shannon, on the other hand, you might want to take some notes from Bill. You know, find you a woman that's really feeling you. And if you got to do all this freaky, crazy, kinky, nutty stuff, you know, Bill, it looks like he's doing yoga and stuff. You know, Shannon, you out here, you know, roping people off and handcuffing and choking and all of this. Man, get it together, man. So, you know, once again, appreciate you for taking time to watch this video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get this thing to 100 subs. Peace!